First day, how are you feeling being back into it? What are your thoughts after day one?
It's a blessing. Honestly, it's a blessing in disguise. We've been pumped up since the beginning of summer, to get back to work. We've been putting in hours and hours of work. I feel like this summer, since I've been here, just been the best summer. Like, we really have so much cohesion and chemistry together just to beat the odds. Even when it's hurt, leaders really stepped up this summer, brought all the young guys up, and just get ready for the season, because we know our potential. Especially last year, we sniffed the mountain, but we were trying to get to the top. We're trying to put Clemson back on to what Clemson has been for decades, which is dominance. So we're excited. We had a great first day. Everybody's flying around, everybody's smiling, great energy. We're just getting ready for August 30th.
Talking about that cohesion and you guys kind of working together and having fun, what do you think it is about this group that has made it so much that way?
The leadership, honestly, the leaders just brought everyone together. We spent so much time together during the summer, just outside of football. A lot of the guys just chilled together, just get to know each other. Obviously we had a couple new additions on defense, so everybody just get to know each other. And this team is just so close, so you can definitely call it a brotherhood, because everybody loves each other, and it's so great to see, and we're all excited just to get after it.
You talked a little bit about your injury. How did you see yourself grow through that, and what are your biggest takeaways from that time period?
Biggest takeaways, honestly, obviously an injury isn't good for any athlete. It puts you in a dark place at first, but, I just kept my faith strong with God. That's my biggest, that's just who I lean on in the dark moments, and he just helped me keep my head down and just work, be better than what I was before. And I just feel like I'm in a great place. I'm 1,000%, and I'm just excited.
So talking about fall camp, do you have one specific thing that's your favorite part of it? It could be a drill, it could be a routine, anything.
Just playing football, it's just everything from start to finish. Obviously going against, the offense. Those are our teammates, but we're on the field. It's so competitive. Everybody's trash talking each other, but it's all love. We're getting each other better. Iron sharpens iron, and we're sharpening the iron for August 30th.
Talking about August 30th, what are your feelings about it? Does it feel like, kind of with fall camp starting, does it feel like it's actually close for the first time, or have you been feeling it getting closer?
Obviously, it's a month away. Obviously we're putting our hat towards, them. But, we're just worried about Clemson. We just keep our head down and work. Coach says we play Clemson every week, and, that's something that we all take into, that is the standard here. We play Clemson every week. We don't look at names or nothing. We just focus on Clemson. Every week we play Clemson.
What's the hardest part about playing Clemson?
Just don't beat yourself. Clemson, top tier. We're a great team. We got great young guys, great old guys. I feel like we just got a great staff. Everybody in the building's great. So I just feel like, the energy that we had this summer and just today is so great. And I can't wait for us to put it on display.
Is there a younger guy that you're super excited, or an older guy that you're super excited for Clemson fans to get to watch play?
Honestly, all the young guys on defense. Obviously we got studs on offense, but I'm a defensive guy. I'm with the defense all the time. So I feel like we got a great young group coming in. Freshmen like Amari Adams. Just every freshman you can think of. Those guys can play. They're here for a reason. And I'm happy to see those guys are gonna be able to showcase. Those guys are gonna be able to get on the field. Help us win.
How do you think working with them has helped your leadership skills?
Working with them, they push you. Those freshmen, they work, what I'm saying? Obviously, the older guys got to set the standard and, set the bar of how the young guys should be. But those young guys, you don't have to say much to them. They put their head down, they don't say too much, and they just work. It's great to see, as an older guy, because obviously we were young at one point, freshmen coming in, and we had older guys that set the bar. So, they passed the torch to us, and it's time up for us to pass the torch to them, just to set the bar and them carry it.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.